Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, man, we're going to be talking about another one of these Warzone players, Call of Duty players, right? They always get caught cheating, man. It's always just so funny to see, honestly, how many of these quote-unquote pro players end up getting caught cheating. It seems like every single week, there's somebody in the semi-pro community, somebody in, like, you know, the wagers community, somebody even in, like, the Warzone competing communities. There's always some sort of controversy in Call of Duty about one of these guys being a cheater. Now, I think you can tell by plenty of videos I've made here on the channel over the years, my opinions when it comes to Call of Duty's anti-cheat and their situation with all the hacking and everything, right? It's one of the major reasons why I kind of fell out with the game in and of itself, right? But it's just honestly kind of depressing when you see situations like this, right? Because, you know, it makes me think about all these people who play legit, right? And I know a lot of people, you know, oh, they're playing fucking pro video games, man, who cares, right? But, like, I know a lot of these people who play Warzone professionally and whatnot who don't cheat, by the way. I'm talking about the legit players, the people actually doing it the right way, grinding and doing it the correct way. They put their all into it, right? They have a lot of passion for this shit. They grind every day. They're working on building up their socials, right? And I salute people like that, right? Because they're actually trying to make everything that they want to come true. I wouldn't want to be a professional Call of Duty player for a living, but I know a lot of people would, right? So respect to the people actually trying to legit get it. But those people unfortunately get cock-blocked in a way by the losers, right? Who they're not good enough to legitimately compete. They're not good enough to legit play or whatever, right? So what do? They immediately turn to the hacking, to the cheating, to the software, to the Cronus Maxes, whatever it takes to give themselves a competitive edge. And unfortunately, a pro Warzone streamer, self-proclaimed by the way here, who has claimed $70,000 in earnings playing Warzone, recently got exposed for cheating. And that's not all, folks, right? Because, you know, we've covered people getting caught for cheating here on the channel before, but this guy, he gets caught cheating and he gives probably one of the lamest, goofiest responses I've ever seen one of these cornballs give out, man, right? Now, I already know most of these people cheating professionally in video games already don't have self-respect, right? But they show just how little self-respect they actually have very quickly once there's actually a little bit of pressure put on them, right? Once the burner kind of gets hot, people start cooking their ass a little bit. All of a sudden, you know what I mean? They start just acting out, man. And when they act out, they really embarrass themselves. So I'm going to just go ahead and play the clip, right, of his response here, because that's, well, first, just to clarify, right, the first clip you're going to see, this is like when he exposed himself for cheating, right, because this is the most embarrassing part of it. A lot of these guys who've gotten caught for cheating, right, they have been caught by other people exposing them for cheating. It wasn't them who fucked themselves over. Somebody they played against or teamed with or whatever, they're the ones who call them out, right? But this guy literally goes on stream playing a match and exposes that he has red boxes on his enemies.
Plan to get alpha. 10 seconds.
Let's go. Let's go. 78. 78. Oh my fucking god. Can I show titties on stream?
Alright, so I don't know if you saw, if you look back on the clip close enough, the enemies that they're playing against have red boxes around them. Obviously, that's not natural to the game. That is a product of a mod menu, or like a cheating software that this dude has bought and put on his computer before he was playing. And I guess these hackers, when they do shit like this, they find ways around showing their cheats most of the time, but this guy stands up or whatever, shows that he's got the boxes, and then he realizes and immediately he starts trying to, like, distract everybody. Hey, yo, man, let me show some titties on stream, bro. This is gonna be crazy. Don't look at my red box cheats I've got going on, man. So he exposes himself to everybody, right? And immediately this shit catches fire, right? Because especially in professional communities, when you're playing video games professionally, quote unquote, aka you're playing for legit money. I mean, keep in mind, this guy claims he has $70,000 in earnings. We'll talk about that, of course, but and, you know, once it catches fire, most of the time, right, it's kind of over for you in a way, because this competitive community, this is like supposed to be the top players. And if you're getting caught cheating and shit when it comes to this money, obviously that is career destroying in an industry like this, right? So, you know, everyone starts talking about it. He's getting exposed left, right, and center. And then so he tries to do what I can really only describe as one of the lamest possible things you could do. Like, this is the type of shit, right, that, like, I remember back in the day, you know, like 2016, 2017. People like Rice Gum used to just get fucking bullied by everybody online for doing this stuff, right? When they're faced with legitimate criticism that they actually deserve, there is a certain class of people on, you know, YouTube and whatnot who will just film themselves putting money in the camera because, you know, the fact that they have taken $3,000 to the camera, that absolves them of guilt, you know? So anyway, the dude has decided that's the route he wants to go. Take a look.
So, yeah. And for everyone saying, hacks for $1, broke bitch. Look. Personally, it doesn't faze me. Now, I had many ways to come back to this. And this is the route I chose.
All right, so he's flexing like, I don't know, anywhere from $600 to a couple $1,000s there, right? Like, I don't want to be that guy, but if we're being real, that's not real money, okay? Let's just be honest here, dude. Like, yeah, sure, to the 14-year-olds that you're trying to impress online who, you know, maybe the best they've got is like allowance or birthday money. Sure, that little rent money that you're holding up in front of the camera, right? That might be some real money to somebody like that. But once you start talking to people who really know money like that, man, that shit doesn't look very cool. And it's funny because he's so happy to flex this money that everyone knows he didn't legitimately earn. Like, that's the whole point of flexing money, by the way. And that's what stupid people never realize when it comes to this flexing money shit, right? People only will respect that if you actually legitimately earned the money and, you know, there's a reason to do it. When you're doing it to try and distract everybody from the fact that you're a loser and you have a loser mentality and personality, that doesn't really do anything to help you because everyone can just see straight through it, man. Like, I mean, let's be honest. Odds are this guy saw he was getting clowned on Twitter, right? And he said, fuck it, I gotta run down to Bank of America or wherever, right? And I need to exit my savings account, right? I need to pull all $1,500 I've accumulated in my adult life out of my bank account so I can flex it on camera for all the people on my stream bullying me. And like I said, anyone with a brain sees that and just LOLs, because once again, that first off wasn't real money like that, and second off, everyone knows you acquired it fraudulently and that you're a loser. So what are you trying to prove? That you're a dub, that you're a winner here because you have some money that you stole from real competitors? So that's the thing here, right? He claims that he has $70,000 in earnings, okay? First and foremost, I cast an extreme amount of doubt onto that, right? Usually when people have earned that much money legitimately in like a community gaming, you hear their name, you hear about them. This guy is the closest thing to a no-name I can give you. I mean, even after he went viral for cheating and being a loser with his money, the dude barely has 100 followers on Kick. And keep in mind, he only has 100 followers on Kick is because he got banned on Twitch, and his channel has been temporarily unavailable for quite some time. So even after he went, you know, viral for all of this shit, he still couldn't muster barely more than 100 people. And just off of the, you know, statistics when it comes to streaming, right? Odds are that maybe 5 to 10% of those people will be long-term viewers, and that's being extremely, extremely generous, which means 5 to 10 people. And, yeah, he keeps acting as if like he's gonna come back and compete and everything, right? And I mean, good luck to him, honestly. If he really thinks that that's gonna work out well for him, hey, let's see if that works out. But, I mean, obviously, he's doing something in a field that's highly competitive, you know what I mean? There's always people who want to be the best Warzone player, COD player, whatever it may be. So there's already a pretty, like, very high threshold that you have to meet to even really qualify as one of the better players. Now that he's been exposed for fucking cheating, how good is he really gonna be, right? Because, I mean, he's already gotten everybody's attention for cheating. Like, I really don't think most people playing competitively would ever want anything to do with him anymore anyway. I mean, nobody wants to be affiliated with cheating losers. No tournament that's putting legit money and respect on the line is gonna want to have somebody like this participating in it now. No esports organization worth their salt and actually viable long-term is gonna want to sign this guy to a deal. Nobody's gonna want to watch his content because, I mean, he's shallow, he's not entertaining entertaining people and he's been cheating the whole time. The whole process of this shit doesn't make sense. Like, this is such an unattainable long-term thing to do. I just, like, to the people who are considering trying to go pro or whatever in a game and you really think cheating is gonna be the way, that shit is not long-term. You can't do that long-term. Eventually you slip up. You either get yourself caught or you stream yourself doing it, or one of the people who play the games professionally fucking catch on to what you're doing, they expose you, whatever it may be. You cannot do this long-term and think that it's going to work. And you can't insult everybody and act like that little fucking rent money that you had in your hands, right? You can't go around acting like that's what's going to be your golden ticket through the door. Because, I mean, what golden ticket do you really have now? People are not tuning in to see you stream after this. You've lost all respect in the competitive community, right? You're banned off Twitch for the time being. It's like, what do you gain exactly? Well, nothing, really. That's the answer in the long run. Well, you might be saying, oh, but Optimus, he made 70 racks, bro. That's what he claims that he made, okay? And once again, I cast a wild amount of doubt onto that because, once again, usually if you've earned $70,000 by the time that you're like 20, 21 years old in a video game, people actually kind of know who you are, right? Like, you actually have some fucking clout behind your name and a little bit of power in the industry, right? Like, this dude is not huge, right? Like, he's not big like that, you know what I mean? If you're making 70 grand worth of earnings, where are the orgs that want to keep you, that are like actually reputable and legit and like actually matter? Where exactly are they at? Honestly, like, if I had to really kind of think about this, what I think probably happened is this dude has teamed with people over the years and whatnot in these tournaments. And maybe his total earnings as a team player is $70,000, right? But of course, when you have a 4-man team, right, and a 4-man team has earned $70,000, you have to break that 70 grand down 4 different ways. So if that's what he's doing, and truthfully, that's what a lot of these semi-pros and a lot of these egotistical fucking dorks who, they don't actually legitimately earn any cred, that's the kind of shit they do. They claim the total earnings of their team and whatnot as their earnings, you know? And even then, that's me being generous. That's me suggesting that they really did make 70 grand with their team and whatnot. But even then, right, when you split that 4 ways, that's not even $18,000. Then you take out, let's say, 30% of it for taxes, just to be generous or whatever. And then how much is it? Yeah, he made like as much as a fucking Wendy's employee, if that's the case. And once again, that's being generous enough to accept that this known liar and fraud is telling the actual truth about earning 70 racks in Warzone. And let's say, hypothetically, he really has earned $70,000 in Warzone. Well, it turns out, unfortunately, $70,000 is not a long-term solution, okay? The, like, average American makes, like, fucking $55,000 a year. They can barely survive on that, as is, it seems like. And you're flexing 70K career earnings, which is, I'm assuming, multiple years at this point. And how are you gonna make money after being exposed as a fraud and a cheat and a liar? You know what I mean? Like, what money are you gonna make now? Once again, the expectation for these guys is, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep on competing, which is funny because a lot of these cheaters, it seems like that is their go-to. They're just like, well, in a week, everybody will forget that I'm actually a cheater and I've been stealing people's money by cheating in these competitions and wronging them out of their money that they might have earned had I not been cheating. It's the lamest shit possible, man. The whole thing is just super fucking lame. I mean, I don't like people who cheat in Warzone and COD and whatnot, but let's be real. It's one thing to cheat in like a public match video game where nothing is really on stakes, you know, there's nothing on the line. At worst, a couple dudes shit-talked each other and said racial slurs into the mic before the game started, and they're playing for the pride of the welfare office of their local fucking county. But other than that, you know, there's nothing really on the line. So if a dude's flying around the map cheating or whatever in that, it's annoying. You back out of the lobby, you fucking GG go next or whatever, right? But that is a totally different scenario than somebody going into pro tournaments, right? Pretending that they're a legit player and the whole time they're just fucking cheating and taking money from other people. Taking opportunities and spots from other people who play legitimately, who are really working at what they're doing, and are basically getting screwed by this guy, right? It's not cool. There's nothing cool about this shit. It's not even cool to cheat in normal video games, really, but like, dude, if you're doing it in a fucking pro setting, that makes you even weirder, dude. There's really no coming back from this, I feel like. It is what it is. You know, this situation, it happened like a week ago in reality. So I'm a little late to the punch. Like, I obviously took off some time for the holidays and everything, but coming back to this, man, like I said, things have not been going well ever since this happened. So, yeah, GG, man. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, talking about another Warzone cheater and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but a big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs here. Your support with just $10 a month unlocks a treasure trove of exclusive videos constantly updated, archived live stream VODs, and early access to all new uploads. Thanks for watching and see you soon.